Hi Govan, and welcome back to another Era Quinn Calidrum video. We have just gone to an event in Ontario, Canada. There's usually one every month, and we all take turns organizing. There's a ring of tournament organizers that work on this together. So Father Justin Bertrand and Alistair Van Duzer and a couple of their friends up towards Ottawa, Ontario, just put together the King's Hall tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Not the first time they've done this. These guys have been around the block a few times, so they've got a bunch of terrain. They've got some great looking mats. They had some good fun ready for us. So we went up to the Multi-Zone gaming store up in Ottawa. They've got several different locations up there, and it's great to see the gaming scene growing in Ottawa, Ontario. There's lots of interest up there. That store is expanding. They're going to put a couple new locations in service pretty soon, which is great. And Justin and the team up there did a great job.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some good pictures of the terrain that we can show off. We've got some great pictures of the armies. Some really good looking armies. There were only 10 guys at this tournament. Smaller attendance than normal for us and for our crowd, but kind of a bit far from the center of where a lot of our folks are. So that's part of why. And they did a great job. They had different pricing, normal pricing, right? So they had prizes for the first, second, and third, prize for the best conversion, for the best painted, for the best display. Did I miss anything?
I think that's it.
But they really focused on the hobby, and that was great. So we had some good-looking stuff there. So Don made a custom troll from bits of stuff that he had. He had a couple. Okay, so when you buy the troll kit, you get all these extra parts in the troll kit, right? You could build a troll drummer or the Isengard troll.
Basically 3 different trolls. 4.
Yeah. But you only get a body for 1. So you have all these extra pieces. So Don took some extra pieces, and he made, from sprues and a lot of green stuff, a body. Scratch-built body for a troll. Put a couple pieces on it. It did a great job. Worked
and
really hard
if you
on
want
it.
to see how he did it, videos can be found on the Ontario Strategy Battle Gaming League YouTube channel. They've actually he's got multiple videos showing his breakthrough of how he was doing it, and as he's been doing this for a while. This is like a big project. I don't know when he started this. It was a while ago.
One of the channels we've subscribed to and that we have links to in our channel is the OSBGL channel. That's where you can find those videos. So if you can't find it, let us know. Send us a message. We'll let you know.
Yep.
But yeah, great stuff. So we were happy to see that he won the conversion. I worked hard on my special elk that follow. I have got my Mirkwood Cav converted onto elk. Loved it. Great project. I'm going to do more. And Don's custom troll was there at the same time. So yeah, his custom troll earned the win. That was good. Who won best painted?
Ooh, you're going to have me scratch my memory here.
Garrett.
Yes.
Right. I can remember things that he doesn't remember sometimes. Yeah, so Garrett did. Garrett does fantastic stuff. He just always paints really well.
Wonderful Barad-dûr army, which was very unique for Barad-dûr. I honestly didn't expect to see it at this low point value. But basically Sauron, a bunch of black Minorians and Shelob, and they were all...
Yeah, beautiful. Very well done.
Oh, yeah.
Very well done. He's a veteran painter. He's won this prize before. But new army for him that he painted just for this, so he did really well. We were happy to see him win, and the best display was...
That was Ben.
The bridge.
That was Ben.
Ben has a pile of Arnor and sort of Arnor ally type armies, Rivendell and Grey Company. And he likes the good guys in the north. That's Ben.
He likes the men.
This is true.
The men in the north.
None of the dwarves. His brother-in-law does the dwarves, but Ben's got the men and the elves covered. And so he brought a big bridge that he had built for that custom-built display that looked really great. So thanks, Ben, for working hard on your terrain. He always does a good job with the terrain. So it was great to see. The prizing itself was really cool, fun prizing. So I came home with a fun sticker for my travel case, and they had a couple of other fun things like that Father Justin put together and the team there put together. So that was really cool to see. What else? What other highlights should we say?
Ooh, places.
Sure. First, second, third.
I'm gonna look really dumb here.
So I didn't go to be competitive this time, and I didn't win.
I got smoked.
I almost got second last. Yeah, we had a couple of games that I almost won. And hour-and-a-half games, 500, 600 points? 600 points, I think.
I want to say 6.
An hour-and-a-half games with 600 points. The games can flip really fast. If you had another half hour at the end of the game, often the game would sort of settle into a foregone conclusion. But that hour-and-a-half length is just enough. You got to be really strategic about how you play the turns that are the last couple turns in the time you have.
You got to plan the whole game because you normally only have like 6 turns, 7 turns. Yep. And if you're playing strategic,
depends on how big your army is. He brought a big army this time. What'd you bring? You brought Goblin Town.
Well, this is under 700 points, so go-to is Goblin Town. Yes. But the real reason I took Goblin Town, cheese me all you want. Council of the Wise was the last big event we went to, and I had my hunters, and I was smoking people, and then I got roasted by eagles.
Yep.
And I don't want to get roasted by eagles again, so I took a list designed to destroy eagles and everything else, but mainly
we have
eagles.
one guy, Adam Chandler, is just a brilliant guy, plays really, really well. But he's played this list several times this year.
And won several big tournaments with it.
He keeps winning with it. So somebody came saying, I'm not losing to that again. So whatever, that's fine. This is what happens at the competitive events in Ontario. We pick on each other a little bit. Adam, Drew, and this guy are the three people that we go to beat because they always win. Between the three of them, they all do well. And we got a ring right around them that does really well too. Ben Boomer and Joseph Hanlon and Garrett sometimes comes sneaking in the back door. Don has done really. We've got a ring of guys.
And then
that
a bunch of guys that do generally pretty well, but they don't show up often.
Yeah, I do okay, but I haven't podiumed much, which is okay with me. So yeah, having lots of fun, making good memories. We're getting ready for the Toronto event coming up soon, though. TGX, the Toronto Game Exchange. It'll be the biggest event in Canada.
We didn't actually say who placed.
Oh, this is true.
I didn't remember, but you probably remember.
I really should, but I don't.
Who got third? Who got third?
You know what? We're going to play the video that plays the pricing at the end. And we'll fix our knowledge of this, and you'll see the video. You can watch it with us. We'll put that in here so you can see the whole thing. But yeah, somebody here. So we have 80 and 100 point events in our league. We have hobby events and competitive events. This was one of the competitive events.
This is the other reason I brought Goblin Town.
Yep. This year he's going for league points. He's trying to win. He's come really close, and he hasn't won. So this year he's trying to finish that off.
I got third 2 years ago, and I got second last year. And if I had literally not thrown the last tournament, I would have won the league. But I hard through that tournament.
Yeah,
I got destroyed.
Totally croaked.
I showed up with a list that was designed to destroy basically anything. And then I got thrown against an army that was basically a 50-50, so I was playing Fell Beasts when they changed the new rules, but I had dual Fell Beasts and the Mouth
salty about this. He was all ready to go and it didn't work.
I triple caster in the new rules, so I figure, okay, Transfix is garbage now, but now at least I have 3 dudes to do it. On top of that, I still have the hitting power with my Black Guard and everything like that. Okay, I get thrown against Eagles in Storm the Camp. Fair, it's going to be cat and mouse. I counted like 7 things in a row went wrong. 7 crucial dice rolls in a row resulted in me losing that game in 2 turns. And then on top of that...
2 key turns. It took longer,
well,
but 2 key turns.
It was basically 4 priority rolls, and then it was 2 casting rolls.
See how well he remembers this? When he gets salty, he gets really stuck. This is the past now.
I won 3 priorities I didn't want. Okay, anyway, moving on.
Back to Ottawa.
Yes, okay, sure.
So, because Ottawa has good league points for this year, it was an important event for him.
I've got to throw this in there.
So he wanted to play hard and do
We talked about this, okay. And then in my second game, first game was against Eagles, which was actually a pretty fair game, except for my dice. And then the second game was against Ents. And if you haven't looked at Ents in the new rules, they are completely immune to any magic that stops them from moving against their will. Therefore, my triple caster is literally useless. Which means I have like 400 points in casters, which is actually doing me nothing because none of them can heroic strike.
So the Ents trashed him. Yeah, it happens.
He thinks Ents aren't competitive anymore, and I say...
I have a little over 2,000 points in Ents. I have a huge Ent army, and I love it. It's my hobby army. It's my favorite army. I started building it when they did not work. And no matter what event you take them to, they just did not work. 800 points seems to be the sweet spot for Ents now. We'll do a Fanghorn army video at some point, and we'll dissect the Fanghorn army and talk all about it. He had to play an 800 point Ent army that day, and it smoked him.
I don't like Ents.
So, I love Ents, but I haven't been able to make them work. They're not competitive enough. They're way too vulnerable to things like crossbows. So, anyway, and statistically speaking, we'll talk about that in another video. So, we're totally off topic. This video, we're going to show you the awards from the Ottawa event. And we'll show you some of the people who were there. You'll see some pictures of the armies that we were really happy to see. Some really good work went into these armies, especially because there was prizing for Best Painted, Best Display, Best Conversion. There was some nice
good conversions that showed up.
Really nice stuff. And people who've been working hard in their armies for a while. So that was great. And some really cool terrain. And they've been working hard. The guys up in Ottawa have been working hard on their terrain, too. They built out a number of boards worth of custom-built stuff. It's all custom-built. They do it all by hand themselves, which is great. We like to see that, and we like to encourage that. This year's been a good hobby year. More people are sort of stepping up, giving out more awards for hobby-related things, like Best Conversion, Best Display. And more people are building displays and working on it and working for those awards, which is really great to see. And there's going to be in TGX in July in Toronto. There are some really high-profile prizes. The Blackfire team, Adam particularly, they always do a really, really good job of pulling that event together.
Oh, yeah.
And when Taylor joined them, Taylor and Adam together work hard. And they get good stuff done. because they work hard. So, I mean, kudos to them. They really are a good team.
Wow.
And there's going to be lots of great prizing, lots of people excited. And they've got 5 of the super special trophies from Games Workshop, from Forge World, with the 1 ring on the top of the trophy and all the engraved detail all around them. 3 of those are for the generals, and 2 of them are for best painted, good and evil. So again, we're seeing more attention to hobby prizes, which is great. So lots of people will be working hard for those prizes in Toronto, getting ready for that. We've got a couple of weeks left to get our armies together. So you'll see some pictures of those creatures soon from my list. And what are you doing on your list?
I'm not saying on camera.
Creatures of some kind. We'll figure it out.
I'm not saying on camera.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I am not letting anyone know
Somebody's
when I'm taking
a little bit
event.
competitive. So we'll see how it goes. All right, thanks so much for watching. Michael Vannon, we'll be back again soon. Stay tuned for some pictures and for a video reel of the awards in Ottawa. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.
So we'll start with the most important prize, in my opinion, the wooden spoon.
Yep.
The wooden spoon.
Great
actually
article
gets-
in SBG magazine.
Thank you. Thank you.
We read it on the way here this morning.
I haven't actually read the finished version in the book yet.
Did you get your magazine?
read it.
Not yet. They can send it by mail.
Like an old man.
Okay, so the last but not the least of us, the wooden spoon goes to Alistair Van Dusen.
Oh, it's real nice.
That is a nice spoon.
That is a very nice.
Now, are you gonna cook with that, or?
No, of course.
Okay,
Frame it.
now we'll do the hobby prizes. So we'll start with best display board. Goes to surprise, surprise, Benedict McClinsky.
Well, I mean,
I was going to.
There we go.
Best conversion to Don Barnett.
Thank you, sir.
And best painted goes to Garrett Pogson. Probably the best painted Sauron I've seen up till now.
Up until now?
Oh,
So
that means I gotta make him better, stronger, faster.
up till now meaning I haven't painted one yet. Okay. I've got one at home.
I got one too.
So, third place, which was technically a tie, but then a win by win-loss ratio, goes to Joseph Hanlon. He was tied with Zach Clemens.
You're almost on the reach up there, buddy. You almost did it. You did good, buddy.
I'm so sorry, Zach.
In second place, Benedict McClinsky. And in first place, surprise, surprise, Ronan Satnick. Okay, so for the prizes, we have a few selections here. So we've got a bunch of bumper stickers, OSBGL measuring tape, and Mike Little Fake Counter. $15 gift voucher for multi-zone hobbies. Rule books? No, not the rule books. 2 of the new contrast paints, and the terrain dice box. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I actually have the order of what everyone got. So I'm going to roll the dice. On a 1, 2, 3, it'll go from wooden spoon up to first place to choose your prizes. On a 4, 5, 6, it'll go from first place down to wooden spoon. Make sense? Okay, so those who wish to witness, I'm going to roll in the dice tray here. 4, 5, 6. So first place down. So that means Ronan, come and pick your prize first.